Hey folks, back to talk to you about one of our faves, Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for building your brand and you're growing your website online. If you have a business, if you have a blog, if you have a place to show pictures of your dog, then Squarespace is a perfect place to do it and get all the help you need to build it, to learn about it, and to create pro-level stuff effortlessly. Head to squarespace.com/read for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, use promo code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Let's move on.
When did life start getting so complicated? Buying a home? Complicated. Home finances? Certainly not a walk in the park. Raising kids? Yeah, sounds like a lot. Then there's insurance. What if my policy doesn't cover this? Or what if I have to make a claim in the middle of the night? Good news, State Farm is there for your what ifs. You can reach them 24/7, file a claim on the State Farm mobile app, or simply call your agent to ask anything. So even if life gets tricky, insurance doesn't have to be. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today. All right, let's start the show.
We're back.
Go off.
To another episode of Zerid. I am Avi the Avocado.
And I am Ananda Lewis. This is The Read. Thank you for coming back. What you know about my nigga Avi, though?
You know, a little of this and a little bit of that. You know, I have a friend. Does Tab have merch? Tab Time?
Oh, you know what? I
Tab
don't know.
Time specifically. I'm sure Tabitha Brown has merch.
Right, yeah. She has like her Donna merch and stuff like that. But I don't know
A friend
if
of mine,
YouTube has made Tab Time merch. I don't think so.
my homegirl Nina's baby's first birthday was this past weekend. She's one of the Rapture writers. Hey, Nina.
Oh.
And I wanted to go, but I had a cold. So I was like, I'm not going to go around with these babies and all
Right.
these people. And, like, it's not, and I was pissed. But I know that she lives for Tab Time because she's a living child. Right? Which one of them does it, right?
Right.
So I got her a big plushy avocado.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Avi. He's a real nigga.
But I say that to say, Tab Time doesn't have plushies and toys. They got to get on time. They must at least be in factories. They got to be in the planning stages, no?
I have no idea. I mean, as much as I love Tab Time, I have never thought about like buying anything related to it.
Because you're an adult.
Right.
And the youngest, well, no, you got a couple babies in your life, huh?
Yeah. But the kid who played Jack on Blackish, he's the voice of Avi.
Miles Brown.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if you knew that.
I heard they just recast him, though.
Oh, did they?
That's what I heard. I don't know.
Okay. Well, not shocked that me and a 1-year-old have the same like favorite programming, but how courteous of you to skip out on birthday party. Too many people would have gone anyway, knowing they were sick and would have got everybody else sick.
Ew.
Like, child, times are bad
Including
enough.
kids.
Yep. People are extraordinarily selfish. They absolutely would have gone anyway. So.
I don't even like kids. I don't like not because of me. Kids will handle that all by themselves. They're disgusting.
They will. They are breathing all over each other. No mask. Things are looking very crazy right now with the flu and RSV and COVID, of course. So, child, be careful out here. Wash your hands.
RSVP for what?
No, RSV, that respiratory virus, it's going fucking bananas in the schools across America right now. Like, it's going crazy, period. It's taking adults down too, but especially little children. My friend who is a doctor said that she is sending a kid to the pediatric ICU almost every day behind this RSV thing.
Insane.
It is. Like,
yeah, the rules are out.
it is. I actually can't dive too deep into the news because it gets super depressing, super fast. But yeah.
Midterms today, child. Listen.
Oh my God, no, the midterm results
I don't even want them.
Literally coming in right now. I'm like, just tell me what's happening in New York. I cannot pay attention to Georgia, Florida, Ohio. Right. I can't do it. Y'all just tell me tomorrow, child.
Exactly. Exactly.
Tell me tomorrow.
I did the best I could, as I always do.
Yeah.
But here we go.
Amen.
All right. This week in Black Excellence, we're going to give honor to Savitri Wilson. She is a founder of a company called Resilia, and she just raised $35 million in Series B of venture funding.
What?
This is the largest raise ever for a solo Black woman-founded tech company. Now, Resilia was founded in 2017. It says the company aims to productize and scale services such as employee training, board management, and donor reporting with technology. Savitri grew up in Baton Rouge with her mom and 3 siblings. She was able to attend Louisiana State University on a full ride scholarship. I bet they call it LSU.
You are smart.
You know?
Nothing gets past you.
Been around the block a couple of times.
That's right.
And so she was a consultant for nonprofits for 8 years before she founded her own company. It says Paul Judge, who is her first round investor and managing partner at Panoramic Ventures, said she's been on a decade-long journey of impacting the world of nonprofits. When you uncover a problem that exists that other people have overlooked and you've decided to make it part of your life's work to be excellent at that, that's what we've seen with Resilia. So Mama is a boss bae who is out here doing the best that she can to help elevate and move progress within the world of nonprofits with the use of technology. And when she steps out into the street, the girls give her what? Coins. 35 million in Series B. Work, Ms. Wilson.
Yes, congratulations. I don't really understand about 80-90% of what you just said, but that is a very big number, and congratulations, and I hope you do great things with your business and that capital. Amen. Congrats.
Amen. Before we move on, if you'll excuse me for a second, I have a quick conversation with my daughter.
Okay. Go ahead.
Is there a motherfucking problem?
I gotta take
we talked about this shit. We literally just had a discussion.
And I
asked you, did you want to be in or out? You said you wanted to be in. We are what? About 10 minutes into this process, and here you go. You threw my goddamn furniture, my cushions off of my furniture back there because you want attention. You're acting a motherfucking fool. Now, if I have to get up out of this chair to put you out, that's your ass. And you know this. So I don't even know what we're doing right now.
Good.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah.
Get your ass up.
Good luck. I knew that Link was going to show her ass the moment.
Matter of fact. Get out.
Yeah. As soon as you start talking, she going to start showing her ass.
I was saying,
she do not like you being on the phone.
I don't care. Like, girl, how the fuck do you think that you have all the shit that you have, you ragged bitch? Ungrateful asshole.
That's sweet baby. She's so adorable.
This week in Hot Tops, Kiss from My Rose.
Baby.
There used to be a golden tower along on the
grave? I don't know the words.
Became a light on the dark side of me.
Word.
Love remains a drug that's a high and not a kill. But Did you know
Oh,
that
yeah.
when it snows, my eyes become white
Yep. That's it.
Nigga, I can tell you. Okay, what were we doing? Hot Tops.
I'm texting Amber. I'm telling her you're doing background vocals on her next song.
Yeah.
She just needs to get ready.
So Amber Rose's baby father, the second one, I think, is dating Cher.
Amber Rose has 2 children?
Yeah, I think she has 2 boys.
Amber Rose baby dad.
Yeah, Bash, and then the second one's name is he has like a rock star name too. I don't remember.
Alexander Edwards.
Yeah, that's the nigga. That's the father.
Oh, you meant the child's name.
Yeah, the child.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't know that.
Anyways, this is like they dated for a while. And that's her second baby father.
Slash.
Apparently now. It is Slash?
It is Slash.
I was gonna say that, but then I was like, no.
No, you were right about the rock star thing.
I'm probably thinking about Bash. Because, you know, they call it Bash.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm probably thinking.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, well,
Slash and Bash. Oh, that's
Bash
adorable.
and Slash.
Okay.
Slash and Bash.
I like that.
Oh, that's so cool. That sounds like a video game for like the Nintendo 64.
When did she have this?
I
baby?
like it. Not too long ago.
Oh,
Sure,
2020. She had him in October 2020, so no wonder I don't remember. Baby, that whole year.
He's
I was drunk that whole year.
Who was it? Everybody was fucked up. And if you weren't, you were doing 2020 wrong. So listen. He's dating Cher. He's like, okay, so he works at Def Jam.
Okay.
Apparently the two, he and Cher met at Fashion Week or something, but they have been traipsing around the streets, you know, arm in arm, being photographed by the Razzie. And the girls are like, huh? Because I think Alex Edwards, or AE as they call him, which is, we're not discussing home of the hit series 60 Days In.
We are not.
But Cher came to the tweets to say some stuff about it, I guess.
Oh, girl.
Like, she posted the heart emojis and posted a picture of him. Oh, him and Amber got like the same haircut.
Yep.
That's nice. Oh, maybe not. I don't know, whatever. Maybe I hope they're in a good place. This is still weird. So like she's, I guess, feeling it, right? So she's been like responding to people who are, I guess, you know, worried about whether or not she's being taken advantage of. And by people, I mean diehard Cher fans, most of them are, you know, 15 years older than us, and have some form of a pet in their profile photo with them.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, she said to people concerned, as we all know, I wasn't born yesterday. And what I know for sure, there are no, I mean, if you can't shade yourself, then who can you shade? I know for sure there are no guarantees. Anytime you make a choice, you take a chance. I've always taken chances. It's who I am. Imagine me coming to any soapbox to explain to y'all in slam poetry form that I'm dating a nigga that's like, what, 30 years younger than me?
40 years younger than me? 40 years younger.
40 years younger than me.
40 years younger than me. And I mean, I'm truly at a loss for words. I had to Google this while you were talking about it because I just could not believe that you were saying the things you were saying. But you're right. It's so many pictures of them out at different like shows and restaurants. Like he kissing her hand in the backseat of this car. Like, I guess, I mean, 36, I'm not going to say nothing about a 36-year-old man and who he chooses to date as long as that person is an adult. But I just really, I don't get it, but as long as y'all are happy, child, I guess.
It's giving me Cher's getting fucked
Oh,
and just
absolutely.
trying to live her life. And I think she should be permitted to do so.
I mean,
I would just make sure that she always watches her phone, her pocketbook.
now he asking her for ice cream money.
Because, girl, but, sugar baby's coming off for him.
When he was born.
I mean, he is the job.
When he was born, she was older than he is right now.
Okay.
Just like that is. I don't know. Like when I'm 76, I might fuck a 36-year-old. I might, but I can't see me claiming no 36-year-old as like my man.
Hello. Furthermore, getting onto God's internet, arguing with any one of you motherfucking toe cracking bitches about any motherfucking thing.
That's where you lose me, girl. I don't get that part.
Because as soon as she was like, "Oh well, I wasn't born yesterday," I was like, "T, she's getting fucked. Like, let this lady have sex.
We get it,
and like run around with whatever light skinned, gold teeth, diamond tooth having nigga if she wants to. Like, that's fine.
Yeah."
But me trying to bust my gums back and forth on the internet with you about it? The fuck?
About somebody that's good and grown? No. And it's not weird like Larsa Pippen and how she knew that boy when he was a child. It's not like nothing weird like that. It's just, and I'm sure, I am 100% certain that 36-year-old dick is better than 76-year-old dick. It's got to be.
I mean, I feel like there isn't a question.
Like it's got to be. So yeah, get some lube and let's get it cracking. I just can't imagine like claiming this nigga, posting this zoomed up picture of him and going back and forth with people about what.
Although no shade. It's probably a couple of 75, 76-year-old niggas out here that have a regular gym membership, drink water, green tea, and you don't let them go to like a 7-Eleven or a liquor store and get one of them fat-ass pills with like an elk or a gazelle on the front of it. Or sometimes it's like a... It's always like some wild animal on a package with one pill. Large pill. Like, I'm sure that...
Absolutely not.
A gas station pill and a little determination, and a 76-year-old nigga might, prove our theory wrong.
No, nobody who takes their health seriously is taking them pills. Go and get you some Viagra. Viagra, I think the patent expired on it, so now they have a generic version of Viagra now. So, like, just call the doctor if you need to get your dick up. Please don't take them pills. Please, my God.
All right, let's move on from whatever's happening in Cher's post. What else do I have here? Well, speaking of what's going on in people's posts, the Cannon's got another one coming. I guess it's been confirmed. I think we talked about the rumor because the mom, Alyssa.
Yes.
I almost said Edwards.
No. Now, if Nick Cannon was having a baby with Alyssa Edwards, I would be 1,000% more interested.
I think so would like every scientific journal.
That would be incredible.
No, Alyssa Scott is having another baby with Nick Cannon. She posted photos from her maternity shoot recently on Instagram, and guess who was there?
Who else? Everybody's there.
Because let me tell you what Nick Cannon's never gonna miss. His maternity photos. Okay. Like,
maybe one everything thing about else, it, but not them pictures.
He may not be on time for a lot of goddamn things.
Yeah.
But one thing he's definitely showing up for is the lighting, the styling, and the photography for his baby mothers. And that's lovely. This is a miracle and a blessing. This was captioned. So this would be Nick Cannon's 12th child, including the son that he and Alyssa had that passed away last year. So
Yikes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Nick Cannon's cannoning.
I mean, we
Cannon
suspected
hasn't missed
this.
yet.
We suspected this when the news first came out. So I don't even know what else to say about this nigga. I saw somebody had written like a family tree of like Nick and all his baby mamas just so people can start to like try to keep track of how many children
papyrus could they find that was long enough for that?
Yes, papyrus. Come on. Somebody had to unfurl the scroll.
Right.
And just put it in the historical record because this nigga, I mean, and this is the problem with cis men, they can have children forever. Like Nick Cannon could just keep going.
Keep going. Like he has so much time to
He
build
could
an
have
army.
5 babies a year for the rest of his life and nobody could stop him.
No one could stop.
That's disgusting.
It is kind of
I'm actually my concern is with the children because there's just no way you're a present, active, good father to that many kids in that many different homes. Like I just don't think it's possible. I just don't. I don't. Not present.
It does
and
have
active.
like a Santa Claus kind of idea to it.
You got to set up a Zoom to see all your kids. It's 30 niggas in the waiting room. No.
I honestly think that again, like a lot of men specifically, and especially rich and powerful ones, kind of think, well, I can afford them, so like they're great. You know what I mean? I talk to them on the phone every now and then. I come to some birthday parties, and like they are financially well taken care of. I'm great. It isn't until like they're old enough, like to understand and voice their experiences that you can sort of fill in the gaps of whether or not you are or were a present adequate parent in whatever way. So everyone will see in time, but it doesn't sound like he's letting up.
Nope, and he can't.
Sound like he's
and he
up.
cannot be stopped. So I refuse to give this like real energy because it's not gonna stop nothing. Nick Cannon can put his dick in as many women and ejaculate as many times as he wants to, and no one can stop that from happening. So, all right, congratulations, Mazel.
Speaking of babies, won't you come down and get yourself a baby on baby concert ticket?
I shan't.
Free with any box of smacks.
Please shut up.
Tricks, or many other Kellogg's products. So
not a
the
box
baby
top giveaway.
is giving a scholastic book reading.
Stop this, Lord. Stop this.
So the baby's on tour for his latest album. He had a stop in Birmingham, Alabama, or has a stop in Birmingham. Whatever. But he definitely got that ass roasted over the weekend or whenever this news came out that they're selling tickets for this show, buy one, get one free, which I'm sure happens and has happened with concerts before. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
You know, in all my years, it had to be like a Christian concert or something. It had to be like a revival or something where you can buy one and get one free, and that's because the Holy Ghost paid it all. You just don't nobody do this. Don't nobody do.
Bitch, I just got lightheaded.
Don't nobody do BOGO.
No, yes.
BOGO,
Yeah.
nigga, you can't be. I mean, I'd love to see it. I feel like this nigga deserves this downfall and more, but wow. Like,
I'm not upset about it. It's not hurting my feelings.
that is, remember when he tried to when he tried to book the fucking Superdome in New Orleans?
Oh, the Smoothie King Center. So tired of these goddamn.
And they were like,
names.
this is where Beyonce plays. Do you think?
They canceled that show
Very quickly.
They were all just like,
they're like, you're
I'm
not
not
bringing
sure.
enough people in here for us to run
Right.
concessions. Like,
you thought, yeah, like
this won't pay
nah.
for security. Like, if you can't fill enough seats for them to justify hiring people for the event and make some money, they're not going to let you have that event.
Like, we're not finna open the Nathans for
Baby,
this.
this nigga doing BOGO at the club. Oh, I'd love to see it. Let me get out the
You
way.
really want me to call Tracy and tell her to get up out her bed and come bust open the Wetzel's Pretzels for this paltry ass unforgivable bullshit? Get out of my face.
It's not happening. God bless that.
Yeah, I just feel like, because I've heard, oh, he lost $100 million behind the Rolling Loud shit. Oh, they're trying to go with this conspiracy. He's being blackballed. Ray. Girlies, before you drink the nigga Kool-Aid, I want you to ask yourself a very quick question. What was the rollout of this album besides releasing a song where you said you fucked Megan Thee Stallion? And I would love for anyone to tell me the hook to that song, their favorite line of that song. Hell, tell me the line where he mentions it. What do you know about the song besides this is a song where he says that he fucked Megan Thee Stallion and he dresses up like an orc from Lord of the Rings in the video or whatever in the cover? Like, what was the rollout for this album?
Right.
Don't get people thinking, I mean, his absolutely abhorrent behavior at that concert likely has a lot to do with this as well.
Amen.
And probably money put behind promotion for this or whatever if I had to do some guessing. But sweetheart, who knew that you had an album out besides when you just came out of absolutely nowhere dressed like a Halloween monster and said, oh, by the way, I fucked Meg?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd venture to guess that might have something to do with the fact that nobody bought tickets to come see you because who the fuck knew you were doing anything, sis?
And Megan was right. Niggas love to just throw her name in shit because they know it gets the
for
people
funsies.
Going. Like,
exactly.
She was right then and she's right now. But, if you really feel a way about it, you can select the option without the BOGO ticket. Like, you can pay the regular $45 or whatever for one ticket. Right. Why you would do it is beyond me. Why you would go to a DaBaby show at all in 2022 is beyond my understanding. But if you really feel a way about it, you can pay full price and get your one ticket and feel like you really showed us and you're going to support him anyway. And y'all can't cancel everybody. Like, you can do that. If you really feel so moved, you go right ahead. The rest of us are going to cackle the fuck down at this, though. I've never...
Have a good time. The
smallest artists at the tiniest standing room only, hole in the wall, rat covered New York City venues that I have been to have still been like, it's $20 fucking per head and everybody is paying to get in this bitch. I ain't never seen no buy one, get one at a concert. Ever. Not ever.
I haven't either, but like I said, I'm sure it's happened.
Sad.
What else we got? Summer Walker is single again. She let us know in the most Summer Walker way ever by starting by saying, God damn, good. I don't understand why y'all want to be in my business so bad or something like that.
Okay.
You know what? I don't care.
This is the nigga whose name she got put on her face, right?
Yeah. His name Larry. It's not that that's funny. It's not even shade. It's the fact that why did I say his name Larry like that? Like he worked at like a car repair place.
I mean, because his name is, and that is Larry is a mechanic name. It is, and nothing wrong with it. The mechanic is a good job, okay? Especially with
wasn't that hillbilly comedian cable guy named Larry? Larry.
Oh yes, he was. I'm trying to think of another famous Larry, but I don't. It's not
King.
Oh, look at you. Okay, name another one then. Since you know everything, got your degree.
Davidson.
Wow, I don't know who that is at all.
I might have made that one.
What? All right. So, but I did see this
David
post from. I thought, ain't that what you just? Oh, Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes, I don't know why I said Larry Davidson.
Thinking about Pete. Thinking about Peter.
Yeah, no, that's not what it was.
Shapeetson. Well, I saw this, the breakup announcement, and I wasn't surprised. That whole situation felt like it moved way too quickly, and
it did seem really
the tattoos and everything. It just seemed like she was real hurt behind Ned London on the track, nigga, and kind of went for whoever was. She said something about him being a great dad, but it was just some shit she won't tolerate, and I'm like,
look, girl.
I mean,
if you're good, like, I'm good.
Yeah, you and Bubbles and whoever is cooking in there now, like, best of luck to the three of y'all, but I'm not shocked by this.
Yeah, I'm not either. It was really soon, and like that's why that's why I wasn't even surprised that she had an answer for the tattoo shit immediately, because it was like, I'm sure people are going over her head about this fucking
First
tattoo.
question.
But she said that she's not changing or removing because she still has, quote, hella love for him. So,
all right,
it sounds like she's fine. So, okay.
Yeah, we'll see if this makes it on the next album or whatever you put out. But
probably in the most Atlanta summer walker way. And will I be there to listen to it and cuss niggas out in my head? Yep, I will.
I hope she takes some time to herself to really figure out her own shit and focus on her babies and not be so worried about niggas. Like, you got 2 small children at this point. And it's at some point, I just want the girls to like not be so worried about niggas and what niggas are doing, and just focus on yourself, your kids, if you have them, and see where life takes you from there. If it takes you away from tattooing niggas' names on your face 6 weeks after you met them or whatever. God bless that though.
Whoosh, Kyrie Irving.
Oh my God.
Girl, they said, what did they tell Cinderella to do? Sweep the floors, clean the cupboards,
darn the socks,
clean the gutters.
That's right.
Girl, they want her up over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house.
Oh well.
So, if you didn't know, Kyrie Irving, I guess on the heels of Kanye, I don't even really know what prompted this specifically, but he was on social media posting a film or a link to a film that's super anti-Semitic and kind of revolves around a lot of the same tropes and theories and hateful stuff.
Lies.
Again, like, I don't even think that he said anything. Like, I think he was just like, here's some racism. But
he just posted the link, but he didn't make it no better. Well, I mean, you're the sports analyst. I'll let you tell a story.
This ain't got nothing to do with sports.
Does it not?
I mean, he's a basketball. Well,
because he's
I mean, like, it doesn't have anything to do with the game. But he did get the set.
You go ahead.
You're so angry, and it's actually like...
I'm not. I'm the opposite of angry. I'm extremely tickled because I be saying that you be bullshitting and you be insisting that you know what you're talking about. And you never, ever do.
How is what I said wrong?
Because he's in trouble because he's a basketball player. Like, it is all about sports. It is all about the Brooklyn Nets and the fact that they tried to work this out with him multiple times and he was ignoring text messages from the owner of the team. And he had multiple opportunities to be like, I'm not anti-Semitic. I denounce anti-Semitism, and never would flat out say that. Like, all of the drama is because of his position as an NBA player. But you go right ahead.
Could you not say that if he was like a famous Musician?
Sure you could, but you're the sports analyst.
Could you not say that?
You're
If he was
everybody
a famous
who is a sports commentator.
architect,
Everybody
could you not say
who
that?
works in
If he
sports.
was a famous film
Everybody on ESPN,
director.
TNT, ABC.
The point that I'm making is that this is separate of the gameplay.
Oh, and the gameplay is what you know. Oh, yeah, that's...
Your anger is delicious. It truly is.
Let's talk about
I'm
how the Nets
eating
have
it.
been performing since he's been out of the game then.
Sweetie, this isn't about that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It isn't. You're
You know what? You tell the story.
No.
You know everything about it.
I just
So
did.
what are
I
his
literally just did.
requirements? Tell me what Kyrie Irving's requirements are from the Nets for him. No, don't type anything. Don't type anything.
I am gonna. What I am. First of all,
Tell me what his requirements are.
I don't get a list of the hot topics for the week. I have no idea what you're going to be talking about,
Sweetheart,
when we get on this show.
This up.
Oh, you did?
No.
Woo! Okay.
Are you going to tell us what the requirements are
No,
for him
I know
to...
it's like a list of 6 things. I can look it up really quickly if you want me to. I know he's supposed to like genuinely apologize, and he's supposed to donate money to some equal rights organization.
How much money?
I don't know. I know he tried to donate $500,000 to the American Defamation League or something, and they were like, "We're giving it back."
You know who would know? The sports person. Topic section.
Okay. All right. You know what? You go right ahead. I'm so sorry,
Thanks.
Mr. ESPN. You go right ahead.
So Kyrie Irving's requirements to be reinstated to the Brooklyn Nets, where he plays basketball professionally,
Wowzers.
is to apologize and to condemn the film that he was promoting. He must make a $500,000 donation to anti-hate causes. He must complete sensitivity training, anti-Semitism training. Nice, 2 different ones. It's specific. Like a 101 and then, branches.
Yeah.
Meet with the ADL and Jewish leaders.
Like I said.
Meet with the Nets owner, Joe Tsai, to demonstrate an understanding of the situation. He threw a fit. He was very upset.
Mm-hmm. Well.
And we'll see how that goes moving forward. I know that Kyrie did do the obligatory backpedaling or whatever, I think.
Oh, wow.
A little bit later after this incident. But quite stacked, this list of things here. Also says he is not permitted to kneel for any pro-Black causes as usual.
Wow.
No,
I was about to say, I didn't hear that part. I should have known you was
I mean, I think that's
bullshit.
to be expected. It's pro sports in America. So yeah,
Woo. Boy, okay. I got my breath back. What a what a tragic turn of events, and completely avoidable for Kyrie Irving. It simply didn't have to be this way, but honestly, he'd been on some nut shit for a while, so
yeah, doesn't he get caught up in things like this a bit? Didn't he?
He does, yeah.
Have a whole bunch of people get either arrested or their asses whooped or stomped over or some shit because he couldn't play over the vaccine or some shit.
I was gonna say, every season he finds a reason to not play basketball, and
maybe he just doesn't want to.
I have a very strong suspicion that he is not going to fulfill all the 6 things on this list.
Yeah, I'm feeling like...
I have a feeling he just wants to get whatever he can out of it. And then I actually don't even see him going to another team, but that's just my, sports fan view of things. I would have to defer to a professional like yourself as far as whether you think he could fit in with the culture of a different team. But personally, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, me neither. Gotta say.
Because this is just, I don't know who told y'all niggas that like Black people are the real Jews or whatever. Like, I don't know. I really don't know how that got started. And then Nick Cannon jumped into it defending this nigga and bringing up a documentary produced by fucking Judge Joe Brown. And I'm just like, oh my God. I was just like, niggas really don't care about a credible source at all. They will run with anything. And so I'm not even getting into it because I feel like everything Kyrie does is fairly ridiculous. Like, I just can never really be on this nigga's side about anything. So if he ends up having to leave the Nets and leave the league, I really don't care. And if that means Kevin Durant once again does not get a ring with the Brooklyn Nets, then I will be even more happy about it. So for me, this is a win-win situation. I have not fucked with him, and he knows what he did. He knows what he did to me, personally.
Would you like to remind people?
As a fan of the Oklahoma City Thunder, I don't have to. Everybody who really knows sports and really knows the NBA knows exactly what he did to Oklahoma City. And we won't ever forget it. And we won't forget it.
Champ.
Don't you think we deserve that as Thunder fans? We deserve to hold on to that. What he did to us, to the team that he helped us lose to. Like, oh my God. All right. I'm just
despicable, truly.
And we rallied around Kevin Durant.
All right.
We were excited to have a team, to have a franchise player. We adored that nigga.
Don't let it happen.
We let him open businesses in Oklahoma City. He was adored in that fucking city.
Whoosh. Well,
I'm done. But I said that to say he got his rings. And so if he doesn't get any more, I won't cry about that. Oh, well. And Kyrie is clearly not dependable enough either way you fucking slice it. So, oh, well, nigga. Like, you literally reap what you sow. This was some dumb shit. And you can't just say, oh, my bad. That was stupid of me. I didn't watch it. I didn't really know what was in it. Or I fell for some misinformation. Like, none of that is possible for you to say. You looking at millions and millions of dollars and just like, oh, well, I don't give a shit. And that's your prerogative. But like, if you don't give a fuck, I'm for damn sure not going to rally behind you.
Maybe if you like pay more than $500,000, then you can like take that. Maybe they can take one of these off. Like maybe if you pay $750,000, then you ain't got to meet with the owner.
For every $250,000, it's like
yeah. Or you could just if you pay like $1 million, and it's like, okay, well, you could take the anti-Semitism training, and we'll just cut the censorship.
I doubt
down
it
by 20 minutes.
I really doubt it. But the fact is that like
negotiate.
We got to this point because he was ignoring text messages from the owner of the team. I cannot think of a job where your boss can hit you up 7 or 8 times and be like, nigga, we need to talk. And you just be like, oh, well, like I'm going on about my fucking day.
What if he just never speaks to them again? He just doesn't get to work and just like...
Then that's fine.
Never talks about it.
Lawyers will work out the compensation package if there's anything owed in either direction. The attorneys will figure that out, and then he'll just be gone. Like, and again, what can you say when a nigga is standing 10 toes down behind some shit? To this day, I don't think he even actually watched that fucking movie. And it's $12 to rent on Amazon. I know because my friend texted me like, I wanted to watch it, but bitch, I'm not paying $12 to rent no fucking movie on Amazon. I'm like, girl, just Google it. It is full of malarkey any damn way.
Blockbusters are like $5.
I don't have time for that. Blockbuster. Oh, I was about to say, speaking of Blockbuster, do you know Netflix has a new show out about Blockbuster?
Don't get me started.
I said, this is some cold-blooded shit right here. How you gonna put somebody out of business and then make a fucking show about it?
It's undoubtedly going to get canceled, which means they charge it twice. Like,
because like how long can you go? How long can you? I think it's like the story of the last remaining Blockbuster store. I think there is one Blockbuster store that's like still alive for posterity, just so hipsters can go take a picture in front of it for their feed. But I saw that on my Netflix and said, now, Netflix, you bitches. That's some cold-blooded shit. But yeah, anyway, fuck Kyrie.
Speaking of cold-blooded, Rihanna is still playing with us in a piece of information that I think we should have seen coming. She was speaking on the carpet for her upcoming Savage Fenty show, which I think premieres today. And when asked about her upcoming Super Bowl performance and if new music was coming with it, she said that nobody promised that early.
Really?
No, she said, in fact, speaking directly to fans, that they're unrelated. She does have new music coming. She said a special project specifically. But she said Super Bowl is Super Bowls, new music is new music, something like that. So,
okay.
As I said, or as I was thinking, I'm not even going to get my hopes up. I want to. It feels like the time.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it still will be. She never said no.
Well,
right? In fact, what she said was she knew the second that she announced it that people were going to think the album was coming. And she said, I need to get to work. So, who knows?
I mean, I wasn't expecting an album, and I honestly wasn't even expecting new music for the Super Bowl performance. But I was and still am expecting her to release something right after the Super Bowl. Because that is just prime. That's when everybody's streaming numbers go up after you've been on the Super Bowl stage. So it's kind of like a missed opportunity if you don't release something around that time. But again,
it
is Rihanna, right? But it is also Rihanna. And so whatever you put out, whenever you put it out, people are going to rush to stream it anyway. So
she's also a brand new mom.
See, that's the clip I saw, her talking about her baby and how he's so adorable and, you know, he's a new person and she's getting to know him and he's getting to know her. And when he looks at her, she melts and all this, like the new mom stuff. That's what I saw, which, you know, I fully expected from her.
Yeah, that was really cute. I was like, all right, here we go, girl. Playing games as usual.
That's right. I had some other questions for her, but they can wait until the read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should Drake wait for the read too? She was just.
I mean, I had questions for a few different niggas this week, and he was on that list.
All right, so let's just do that.
So we can do that as well. That ain't no problem.
All right, so that wraps up the hot tops for this week. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with your letters.
Hey, all, the holidays are just around the corner, and HelloFresh makes this busy time of year easier than ever with chef-crafted recipes and pre-portioned ingredients delivered right to your door. Save money on dinner and put it towards holiday shopping because HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout. HelloFresh's quick and easy options like 20-minute meals and easy cleanup recipes allow you to enjoy good times around the dinner table with less time in the kitchen. You can easily customize your recipes by swapping proteins or sides, upgrading to choice proteins, or even adding protein to a veggie meal. From quick breakfast to charcuterie boards and desserts from HelloFresh Market, it has never been easier to prep for a holiday party or fill your pantry. You can even change your preferences, delivery day, and address in just a few clicks. I am such a fan of HelloFresh because they make it so incredibly easy to actually enable me to cook for myself, take care of myself. And as things get more busy with school and the holidays, I need somebody else to take as much of that responsibility off of me as I possibly can. Plus, as someone who is cooking for one, HelloFresh means that I don't waste money on groceries that I end up not eating and they just rot away. So it saves time, money, and the meals are delicious. It's a win all the way around. So head on over to HelloFresh.com/TheRead65 and use code TheRead65 for 65% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/TheRead65 and code the READ65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Let them know we sent you, and let's get back to the show.
We're back at the read, and it is now time to read your listener letters. After
no way.
We do. Kid Fury's Sports Shorts.
What the fuck?
Quick news, girlies. Congratulations to the city of Houston. The Astros are the World Series champions for 2022. They defeated the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies?
Work.
That's pretty on the nose. Like, Phillies? And are Phillies horses?
Listen, you would know better than you.
What's a filly?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that filly in this context does not refer to a horse. I'm pretty sure it's just the nickname.
Niggas from Philly?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But
No, that's not fun.
I would defer to you, the sports expert, as to what
a filly is?
I mean, but they are the Philadelphia Phillies. Yes, I just have a feeling that they just.
So I should know if. Okay, first of all, I'm spelling it wrong. That's why. So this is definitely
work. Were you spelling Philly Filly?
No, I mean I'm reading it, so I know that it's not spelled like that. But I'm okay. I see what today is. You know what? I don't even want to do sports shorts.
Okay, great.
I was gonna talk about the Falcons too. Okay. All right, let's do.
That's a gift to
letters.
Atlanta. That is a gift to Atlanta that don't got nothing to do with me. Woo! All right, so diving into your questions. If you have a question that you would like to hear on the show, send it to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read it aloud. Our first letter is a very quick question from Peridot, who said, I saw this asked on Twitter, and I wanted to know what each of you would pick. If you could only listen to one side of Renaissance forever, which would it be? Side A, which is I'm That Girl threw plastic off the sofa.
No.
Or side B, Virgo's Groove through Summer Renaissance. Thanks. Love the show, Peridot.
No.
What you mean, no?
There aren't sides to this album. You just made that up and you want me to play your game.
That's right. That's exactly what it is. They made it up and they want us to answer the question.
I refuse.
For me, as much as I love a lot of the songs on the back half of the album, Virgo's Groove, America Has a Problem, Summer Renaissance even, Move Out Dewey, still in rotation.
Wow.
That first half of Renaissance is, I mean, literally chef's kiss. The only reason I would even think about not choosing that one is because you included Plastic Off the Van. And y'all know I don't fuck with that song. But if Plastic Off the Divan was on side B of this scenario, it would be like hands down, like no questions asked. Don't even come to me about it. I feel like this album, the first 6 or 7 tracks on this, they're just perfect. So it would be side A for me. Do you just refuse to answer?
This is dumb. I don't want to do this. This album just came out and I'm still enjoying it as a whole. As a full I don't know. Like,
okay. You don't have to answer.
The beginning half.
No, it's fine. If you feel that strongly about it, we can just move right along to our next question. Comes from Chili, who says, hey, Kid Fury and Crystal, I've been fucking this black doctor from a very prestigious university for...
You are such great writers.
A month. We met at a bar, slept together the first night, and have been cool ever since. He's married and in an open relationship, and I have zero desire to make this man my man. I just like fucking him and playing pool. The problem is the last 2 times we hung out in public, this nigga looked a mess. First time, his pants were falling off his ass, and when I offered him my belt, he said, how do you know I didn't want them to sag like this?
A doctor?
I was like, because you're a doctor, nobody but high school administrators even call it sagging. And every time you try to shoot pool, you pull them up because they are literally well below your ass. He also tried to kiss me and his breath was stinking.
Oh.
The next day I saw him at the same bar while I was with some friends. I had just got done bragging about how I was fucking a fine ass black doctor with a big dick. But when we saw him, he was wearing a shirt that was so big, he looked like a child wearing his father's clothes. If he had recently lost a lot of weight, I could excuse all this, but I know he can afford new clothes because I've been to his luxury apartment building and I've been in his very expensive car. This might sound more like a read than a question, but I just want to know, should I tell him that if he doesn't fix his appearance, I don't want to be seen in public with him? The dick is super bomb, so I'm conflicted. Please help because I'm looking like class and he's looking like trash and I can't get with a deadbeat ass. Thanks, Chili.
You just showed your age so bad.
Oh, wait.
Like, so bad.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Looking like class and I cannot believe you just quoted.
I mean, and like, I would have never, somebody literally wrote that out and meant it.
And you can get with a deadbeat because you are.
I mean, and he's not, this isn't a deadbeat. Like, I don't think they were talking about clothing in that song, but it's fine.
At this point, I'm convinced some of y'all want problems in your lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because this nigga is a doctor, has whoop-de-woo and whoop-de-way and great dick and all this other stuff. His breath stinks. He doesn't clothe himself in like a mature or hygienic way. It's not clicking for me, and it's damn sure not clicking for you. So I'm just not sure why we're having this discussion. Like, is it because he's a doctor? Because, girl, what does he have to show for it besides driving you around in something nice and fucking you in a nice house? You could do that in plenty of places with niggas that are doctors or not doctors, whatever the fuck. Like, if you are literally embarrassed to be seen in public with him, don't want to kiss the nigga because his breath smells bad, don't like the way that he presents himself, like, what? Why is this like I feel like I talked a bit about like raising the bar and demanding more, not making excuses for niggas. I mean, it doesn't really feel like you're making excuses for niggas, but it's like, if you're saying you can't do it, as you did when you quoted Rosanda, don't.
Yeah, I think where I'm getting caught up on this is like, you said you're not trying to make this man yo man. Like, you said that from the very beginning. And that the issue is that you don't want to be seen in public with him. But why do you need to be seen in public with somebody if you're not trying to be with them in the first place? Like, you said you just enjoy the dick and you like playing pool with him, but y'all don't have to play pool. You can just enjoy the dick. So I think, like, even though you put the time into like telling him about himself and his clothing and his stinking breath or whatever, if the breath stinking don't turn you off from the dick, then I don't see why anything else would. So I think, yeah, I don't really think he needs to fix his appearance, especially for you, because you're not trying to get nothing from him other than his penis. So I would just leave it at that and not worry about confronting him about his looks or the way he dresses, because you don't really care. I think you need to be honest with yourself about that. Like, what you really care about is the sexual experience. You don't really care about his pants sagging and whatever else. Like, that's not actually your priority.
No, what you care about is the fact that you're dating a doctor that has X, Y, and Z. Because if you really just cared about fucking him, this wouldn't even be a discussion. You want to fuck a doctor that you can go and show off and be like, I'm fucking a doctor, nigga. And like, look, he's clearly a doctor because look at the way he dresses. Look at his watch. Look at his clean, pearly white teeth or whatever. Like, you want to be able to feel like and express the fact that you're dating a doctor, which is a problem that is all yours. I mean, his problem is that he, is dressed like an 18-year-old rapper and, maybe has a dental issue that is confusing to me since
he's a
he works in healthcare.
Doctor,
but
yeah.
I don't buy it that you're just like, oh, I don't want this nigga. I'm just looking for some deep. Because if that was the case, then go over to his nice house after he picks you up in his nice car, fuck him, and go home. Like, I don't understand. I don't believe you.
You're right. I didn't make that connection, but this part Chili did say that they, I don't know, had just bragged to their friends about fucking this fine ass doctor. And you said, he's from this very prestigious university and all this. So I think there's something about his status that also appeals to you. And maybe you need to be honest with yourself about that, because if it was literally just about the dick, I really don't think you would have even written this letter. And so. Because
why would you?
Right. And he's married. Okay, he's married, but he's in an open relationship. He's allowed to fuck around. So that's fine. But if you don't want him to be your man, then act like you don't want him to be your man. Confront somebody that you're not interested in about what they're wearing is ridiculous. Like, it's a hard sell even if you are interested. So under this circumstance, it really makes no sense at all. So I think maybe you need to be a little more honest with yourself about how you really feel about this man, and then maybe approach it from there.
And Cher, get fucked.
And enjoy it.
Like, you don't need to
let that be that.
Explain under nobody. Just have a good time getting that dick, sis.
And that is
for those of us who aren't.
Perfectly fine. Have a good time on that dick and leave it at that. Let's see. Our next two letters are both from gays. The first one comes from...
It's a pride already.
The first one comes from Sarabi, who says...
Sarabi.
I'm a non-binary DC queen who's black, gay, and a bottom in my 30s. I have no idea what my dating pool is now because I spent my early career in the military and I never had the chance to explore my gender identity / expression during my 20s. Back then, I primarily dated as a gay man, but after I left the military, I started socially transitioning with things like changing the way I dress and testing out pronouns. My friends are loving the me who's more in touch with myself, but I'm having a hard time finding people to date seriously. I'm usually attracted to and date... I'm usually attracted to and attract bisexual black men who like people in the in-between, but there doesn't seem to be many guys who want to give monogamy a chance. They're either living their best trade life, just fucking around, or they can't seem to find a balance between societal expectations, their worldview, and me. Sometimes I think it would be simpler for me to date if I was a trans woman or a gay man because the niggas I date would have to be confident in walking the streets with a thick, tall, bearded lady, and I don't think many are able to do that. I love the way I express my gender, and I think I'm fine as hell, but since I can't control many of the dynamics of dating, I'm looking for ways I can broaden my horizons to find new opportunities. Have you two ever had similar thoughts? If so, what have you done to expand your dating pool? Thanks for your thoughts, Sarabi.
Well, yes, Sarabi, dating sucks for most people.
Yeah.
I think it's really rough, especially now. And then adding, being queer, having a gender identity that is not cis. It does come with complications and besides the fact that there's just the regular old-fashioned way of having bad dates, having people that don't want to do more than have sex on dates, which
Mhm.
no judgment
Right.
whatsoever. I'm just saying if you're looking for more than that, sometimes it's like, okay. It's like almost like playing Guess Who, where it's like, okay, that's not this
Yep.
person, it's not any of these people, like, okay, cool, it's not that person either. So it's like you kind of do have to like go through the regular um not problems, but complications or
Yeah.
nuances
The shit of
of
dating.
the shit of dating. But I totally hear where you're coming from, Sarabi. I wish I had like more experience in that. You know what? I feel like a lot of the times that I have been like, fuck it, and just been like, I'm gonna get really cunt tonight, or I'm like going off, and I'm just going to feel my imaginary puss.
Trilloween.
And I like really step prime example. Like, I find that like I was able to shake off a lot of like my own personal insecurity of that. I was gonna say a while ago, but maybe the past couple of years. Because could get hit by a bus.
Okay.
Might as well
anytime that could happen.
try things out that aren't hurting people. See how you like life in different glasses. But also the reaction that I would sometimes get from the train.
How did that go?
Not to say that, whatever. Like, it's just like, it just let me, like, I've been able to like let my guard down and just enjoy being me. And I think that the empowerment in the things I was talking about, and just like wanting to live for me in the time that I have, and just have fun and enjoy myself and my identity in all its many forms, but also like, it's not going to stop whoever is for me or whoever want me or whoever is really supposed to be in my space in whatever regard, whether it's for a night or for a year and some change or whatever the case may be. Like, my self-expression is not going to get in the way of the right people making their way. It's just not going to fall out of the sky. Like, dating just, it doesn't work that way. But the way that you present, if like people's insecurities or whatever they may have in terms of dating someone that expresses themselves the way that you is their problem. Like, it should, like, there's no reason for you to even consider shifting anything but I guess the direction you swipe, or like bar you go to, or whatever. Like, you don't need to do a motherfucking thing different, because there are plenty of people out there, I guarantee you, that ain't got no problem dating a bearded stallion that knows that they're a badass motherfucking bitch. Like, I promise you. It's just like,
sure,
for some of us, it takes a while longer to find people. And some people have motherfuckers falling out of the goddamn sky and still have to be like, nope, 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 nope. Because the quality, especially of nigga.
There we go. Oh, you cooking with grease.
It's in the ground, dolls. Like, so like, don't think
that out here.
like, right. It might be better to just go ahead and get the every now and then quality date with a couple of mixy things than be having raggedy niggas falling out of the sky left and right. Whatever's your flavor. But don't change shit about yourself.
Right.
Your prize is out there, I promise.
Yes, I fully agree. I think being in the in-between, that's just where you exist, and that's fine. But even if you existed in the binary, that does not mean dating would magically be better for you. Because, like,
it's just shit.
Here to tell you that it is rough, child. So I will just say, if you're looking for something more than a hookup, then my first piece of advice would be to get off the hookup apps. Like, I wouldn't be looking
Which
for
one's
my.
not a hookup
I mean,
app at
that's
this
the
point?
problem. Any app where you see the person's photo and then you swipe one direction or the other to indicate whether you're interested, and you don't get to know nothing else about them other than like face, body. I would say, get away from those. And that's probably most dating apps at this point. But like, people on these apps are looking for dick like tonight. They looking for ass tonight. And most of us are not trying to, build a relationship off of Tinder. Not saying it can't happen, but
It totally can.
it can.
Happens all the time.
It does. But I think it is much more likely that people are just looking to bust a nut. So that would be my first piece of advice. But otherwise, I agree with Kid Fury. Like, go out more in general if you're trying to find more people to date. Like, leave the house. This is something my therapist said to me. And I was like, bitch, what? Leave my home? No. If God want me to be in a relationship, then God will drop a nigga off at my front door. FedEx, UPS, USPS, it really don't matter. But like, that's not how it works. You do actually have to leave your home in order to meet other people, and see if you vibe with them, like you have that in-person type of vibe with somebody, and use your queer community, find hangouts, parties, whatever the local gays are doing, like just go hang out. It doesn't even have to be like in the pursuit of a man or a relationship, but just go out and have fun. You really never know who you will meet under these circumstances.
Make new friends.
Yes. Expand your circle, like, and
you got a better chance of meeting someone through new friends. Yeah.
Yes. Well, there's that, but it might also fill some of the gap that you think a nigga would be taking up. That may or may not be the case. So,
but you'll definitely have your person that will be like, "Bitch, I wish you would." Yes, I'm with them. I wish you would say something.
Please
say
do.
anything.
Please do. I would love to fight. Yes.
But until then, if Trade wants to bust it down in the shadows, ride his space for you.
That's right. Have you a good time. And keep your options open, but I would say you do have to actually go out here though. You do have to go outside. You have to present yourself and be available to the public in order to have new opportunities come your way. So, good luck, Sarabi. It is hard out here, like we said. Our last letter comes from Nicole, who said, I'm a 34-year-old mask-presenting photographer from Atlanta, and I have been in a long-distance relationship with my 32-year-old girlfriend for almost a year. Although we have a very loving relationship, our main issues revolve around the fact that we view intimacy differently. She views it as mainly a sexual act, while I have a wider view on it, including the many ways you can connect with other people. We've had disagreements on her being more flirtatious with her friends than I'm comfortable with, and more recently, her going to carnival with her girls and whining on random niggas.
Wow.
She is half Guyanese, and carnival is very much so a part of her culture.
Damn right.
She has mainly dated men before me, so I know this is an insecurity of mine that I'm working through. She tried explaining to me that whining is not a sexual thing, but as a Black American...
Go ahead.
But as a Black American, I can only think of being that close with another person during a sexual act. She's even been very, very involved in the kink scene before me and didn't consider her impact play scenes to be intimate, while I would, even though there wasn't sex involved. All of my previous partners and I have had similar attachment styles, so I'm struggling with this. She says she wouldn't care if I did the same things as her and that all she cares about is I don't sleep with anybody else. But my issue is that I would only want to do anything I consider intimate with her. She doesn't understand how much this hurts me, even though I've tried to explain it at length, and it always boils down to her saying that she wouldn't care if it was me. Have you ever been in a relationship where your views on intimacy were different? Do you think we could find common ground? And if so, do you have any advice on doing so? Outside of this, I could see myself marrying her if we could come up with some kind of compromise. We both have therapists, but I think since...
Of course you do.
Lesbians always do. But I think since we have very different views, our therapists haven't been able to help either of us with the solution. Thank you so much for reading this letter. I appreciate any feedback. Love, Nicole.
Yeah, Nicole. So couple things. I get the whole like, oh, dating this, maybe bisexual, pansexual, used to be gay, but however,
Yeah.
she identifies. And you know, the sort of insecurities that can come with that. I will say this about the carnival shit, right? The whole it's not a sexual act thing. I would say that as the kids call that cap. But
Interesting.
It's absolutely sexual. It's very sexual. It's like it is, but it's not something like it isn't like indicative of I want to have sex with this person, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Like it's sexual and it's sexy like to whine on people, but it doesn't mean I want to fuck this person. I'm going to fuck this person. I'm even interested. It's dancing. It really is. It's just very sexy, sexual dancing.
Okay.
So to that effect, like I still could understand you being uncomfortable with it because of what intimacy means to you, and I just feel like that's something that should be respected still in a relationship, especially if you're already talking about you want to get married. Which, child, I'm sure you need to slow down. But for example, we remember where I was at with the candle debate, for instance. We're not going back. I'm using it as a springboard. Don't say nothing.
What?
I'm using it as a springboard. We're not going back there. I say
silent.
That to say.
Wow. Gaslighting.
I say that to say. I wouldn't even be uncomfortable if my nigga was dancing on motherfuckers at Carnival. What? But I'm also Jamaican. Like, it's like, I wouldn't care. Like, it's like, I don't know. That wouldn't bother me because it's just like at Carnival, it's just a thing that people do. You clearly don't get it either.
I actually completely agreed. Like I thought, you know, that's cultural and it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm trying to like turn around and fuck this nigga right here in the middle of the fucking fete. Like I didn't think that at all. At all. I just find it very interesting that you would say you wouldn't mind yo nigga doing this on either end of it, whether you whining or getting whined on. And yet
with strangers at Carnival.
You had yet you had a 2-episode fit over a $10 candle. That is what blew my mind.
I don't know if fit, that feels like a strong word, but yeah, 2 episodes of discussion.
No, yeah, very calm, rational discussion where nobody got upset or impassioned at any point.
Definitely should just. The point that I was trying to make was, I don't think that the Carnival shit is as big of a violation in terms of intention or desire that you might think it is. However, it doesn't mean that it's not
work.
That you don't have the right to be uncomfortable with it or something. Some people still don't want to see that shit. Like, especially if you don't have like the cultural translation.
Yeah.
What? But you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, yeah.
Like if it's not even something that you're really accustomed to seeing, you don't really have a full understanding of as well. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's just like, okay, well, you're not gonna fuck these people, but I don't want to see it. Like, there's more elaborating on it that probably needs to be done. Besides, well, I wouldn't care if it were you. That's not an excuse. Like, I don't understand why motherfuckers be saying that. Like, we're not talking about your feelings. We're talking about mine. They're not always going to be different things. That's one of the challenges of being in a relationship. So that's something I think that needs to be dipped into a bit, but at the same time, I feel like if everything else is solid, it doesn't really sound like she's violating.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, again, may disagree in terms of the carnival stuff. I feel like a lot of those people are probably people who either never been to carnival or don't really know much about it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I totally get and respect. But it feels like again, there's a lot of insecurities that are separate of her actions and a lot of worry that you seem to have that's more ingrained in to your sexuality as a couple and your identities and that sort of stuff. And sounds like you said therapy. So that's happening.
Yeah, they have individual therapists, and I'm thinking if you're thinking about marriage,
which right.
Which common dyke trait, I would just say I would ask, is she also thinking about marriage?
Should you ever?
And if both of you are thinking like this could be a serious relationship, this issue is not just going to go away. Like, you feel a way about it. I'm not here to tell you whether you're right or wrong for it. I don't think that, for me, I'm not upset unless I feel like you have violated like a boundary of our relationship. And for me, that is getting emotionally attached to somebody else or having sex with somebody else. Dancing, I don't really care about. So for me, this would not be an issue, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're wrong. Like, you have your feelings and that's fine. So if y'all think that this could go further, this relationship, then I would recommend y'all seeing somebody together. Somebody who is specifically trained in couples therapy, somebody with like a Ligga Bigga Tigga tag on their Psychology Today profile or whatever, who can like help y'all work through this together. If both of you feel like, we need to get through this in order to deepen our relationship and all that. So maybe it's like a 2-part. Like, maybe you need to have a conversation with her. Like, I'm really feeling you. Like, I feel like this could be it for everything. Like, you could be my wife. And also, like, I'm really bothered by how...
It's a Jagged Edge song.
We never even had a fight. Except y'all do have fights.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So, yeah, I would say I have been in relationships where our views on intimacy differed, but those were a lot more irrational than what you're being. Like, I've been in a relationship with dykes who like don't want me to be around other lesbians or men, or like they get jealous.
It's not your problem.
Over the smallest thing, where I'm like, literally, like, girl, leave me alone. So, I do think common ground is possible to find, and hopefully you two can come to a happy medium. You may need, like I said, the help of a couples therapist to get there, but yeah, I think it's possible. And also, consider that you are Black American, she is Guyanese. Y'all have cultural differences, and so this may require you to work through some of like your hesitation around it. If she's not cheating, for me, it's hard to say like that there's a problem. But, I think y'all gotta work that out amongst yourselves and with a qualified mental health professional if it takes that. But yeah, this doesn't necessarily have to be a breakup situation. But last thing I'll say, if you cannot come to an understanding about this and she's like, listen, I'm going to continue to whine or whatever and be flirtatious with my friends, and if you don't like it, then you can kick rocks, then y'all may actually have to do that. I don't necessarily think either one of you should have to change. You may just be incompatible in that way. And that's also fine. It just sucks to have to break up with somebody that you really like. But, it's just going to take a few more conversations in order for y'all to figure that out and get to that place. So best of luck to you, Nicole. Let us know how it goes. That's going to wrap up the questions for this week. If you have a question that you would like to hear on the read, then send it on over to asktheread@gmail.com. We're going to take another break and be right back.
So, y'all, this week's sponsor is very, very invested in making sure that your smile stays beautiful. That's right. It's Quip. Get your smile ready, making good habits easy with all the essentials you need. To care for your mouth, the Quip electric toothbrush uses timed vibrations with 30-second pulses to guide a dentist's recommended 2-minute clean. It's loved by over 7 million mouths. I love their toothbrushes specifically because of how sleek and cool they look. They're Bluetooth enabled, which is fun. I love the mouthwash, especially the dispenser that it comes in, which kind of looks like that thing that talks to all of the contestants on The Circle. I love their toothpaste and their refillable floss. It's just got a whole bunch of great products that are all meant to help you not only keep your mouth all healthy and clean, but also help you build habits to keeping them clean and doing that all yourself in case nobody taught you how to do it on your own the way that someone should have. So listen, if you go to getquip.com/theread right now, you'll get your first refill for free. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/theread. Spelled GETQUIP.com/theread. Quip, the good habits company.
All right, y'all. This week, the Read segment of The Read is sponsored by Illuminating Intersectionality, a new 3-part video series brought to you by Target's Black Beyond Measure platform and hosted by Fran of Hey Friend Hey and the Friend Zone podcast, Chef Jade of all Jades, and Dr. Tykia Robinson of the Getting Grown podcast, My Sisters. This series features dynamic discussions about identity, power, and intersectionality as a tool for honoring the beautiful complexity of Black womanhood. Conversations cover topics like race, class, and socioeconomic status, education, food and food access, cultural expression, and more. In addition, brilliant Black woman-owned companies like Minted Cosmetics, Essie Spice, and Partake Foods are highlighted. So check out Illuminating Intersectionality on the Loudspeakers Network YouTube page now and join the conversation via a live Twitter chat with Fran, Kia, and Jade, featuring Target founders KJ Miller of Minted Cosmetics, Essie Bartels of Essie Spice, and Denise Woodard of Partake Foods, and some of your favorite Black women social media personalities like Sylvia Obell, Scotty Beam, and me, Crystal. The next one will be Monday the 14th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, so make sure to follow and use the hashtags IIBBM and hashtag Black Beyond Measure to share your perspectives. I'm such a fan of this series. It's the first episode where Kia was the host was so much fun and can't wait to dive in next week. Fran is hosting a conversation on the intersection of race and class. So again, make sure to join us. And now we have arrived at the reads.
Oh, yes, we have. It's time for them.
It is time for the reads. What do you have, friend?
Why don't you go for it?
Well, I kind of feel like mine are all over the place and I have a feeling we have a lot of the same things to talk about. So if I bring up something that was on your mind, feel free to jump in. I just wanted to say, first and foremost, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Yikes. Can you believe? Yes, 10 seasons deep. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is still happening. And recently they were filming, I don't know what this was. I thought maybe it was a reunion. Maybe it was just like a cast event. But the footage leaked of Scrappy going off on Mama D. Like going off. Because, you know, she has been kind of hating on his marriage to the Bam for a while. And talking about how he was going to divorce her and all this. And so Scrappy was like, you know what? At some point, I just had to cuss her out because she always messing with us. Enough is enough. This is not normal. Regular mamas don't do this. And now I'm having boundaries because I come from a broken home and I'm breaking generational curses. And I'm like, all right, Scrappy. So the issue here from the clip that I saw was that like Scrappy was talking about his very fucked up childhood, how his mama ran a whorehouse, ran a trap house. And so, you know, it was just fucking going on all the time. Niggas doing drugs, shooting, all kind of shit. And that like, you don't know what it's like to have to always like spend the night with your mama in her bed, in her room, because you can't never go in your room because niggas is in there doing unspeakable things that a child shouldn't see and all this. And so Scrappy, if you haven't seen this clip, I've never seen him be so emotional. Like, this nigga is, not only is he furious, he's also on the brink of tears. And he's so frustrated. You know how sometimes you get so mad that you just have to destroy something? That's literally the space that Scrappy is in. Like, he's picking up little side tables and chairs and shit and just tossing that shit all over the place and telling Dee that she's a weird mama and a weird person. And bam, God bless Bambi. She's stepping in, talking about, your son is hurting. Like, go give your son a hug. He hurting and this. And so when she said that, when she was like, your son is hurting, Mama D said, I'm hurting too. And that was the fucking straw that broke the camel's back. Baby, Scrappy snapped on that ass and was like, you hurting? I'm the child. Like, I don't give a fuck about all that. Go blame that on your mama. Blame that on your daddy because I ain't do shit to you. And Mama D over here talking about how, you know, she not a perfect mama or a perfect woman, but she did the best she could. And Scrappy is like, okay, and all that is fine. Like, you can say all that. And at the same fucking time, I'm the child. And all this time, like, he's sitting here trying to get these, like, incredibly complicated, difficult feelings out. And she keeps, like, chiming in, yeah, like, interjecting and all this shit. And I just wanted to, like, take her by the shoulders and fucking throttle her because, like, your son is in so much pain and he is begging you to fucking listen. Just listen, bitch. Shouldn't no child be able to go on TV or anywhere else and be like, yeah, I grew up in a fucking whorehouse. I grew up in a goddamn trap house. Niggas was shooting over my fucking head and I thought that shit was normal. I come home and niggas is shooting up in the fucking living room and hoes is in my bedroom and my sister's room. Like, the trauma, the shit that he had to go through. And the whole time she just like, well, I did my best. I'm in pain too. Blah, blah, blah. All that is true. And at the same fucking time, this is what I want you niggas to understand. When you are a parent, it is not about you. Yes, you still have your issues. And yes, your issues very clearly, very much obviously influence your children. And still, you are accountable for the situations you have your kids in. You are responsible for the shit they go through. Shut the fuck up and listen to your child. Be a fucking parent. Kids in this situation are always bending over backwards to try to make their parents feel better about it. And even Scrappy was doing this in one of these other clips. He's like, and still, you know, I love my mama. My mama held it down. She gave me the money to start my rap career and I'ma always love you. Like, we always have to do that. We always have to go behind every criticism of our parents with, like, how much we love them and we appreciate the shit they did for us. You can do all that. And at the same time, you can say what I went through as a child was fucked up. And you need to be accountable for that. And at the bare goddamn minimum, you need to listen to me when I talk about my fucking feelings. This is the shit I was talking about when I said last week, one of the things I wanted to do was fund scholarships to send more Black men to school to get therapy degrees so that they can reach out to niggas, because Scrappy was like, I can't talk to my mama. I can't talk to my wife. Like, I'm out here on the fucking concrete. Shouldn't nobody feel like that. And it's sad that we had to watch it play out on fucking VH1. And I know they released all these clips because they want you niggas to tune the fuck in, and that's fine. But I saw that and immediately I was just like, I want parents to understand that your children are allowed to be upset and hurt about the shit they went through when they were kids. As a parent, fucking listen. If you can't do nothing else, shut the fuck up and say, you know what, you right. That was so hard. You were a baby. You should not have had to go through that. I'm sorry. The bare fucking minimum, please. And speaking of the bare minimum, as a parent, Siobhan Wade, so I actually saw this story last week when it came out, and I chose to ignore it because I said, you know, surely this lady is just on some shit. Like, surely she just wants attention. You know, she wants her name trending for whatever reason. If you don't know, Siobhan is the ex-wife of Dwayne Wade, and she is asking the court system in California to stop Dwayne Wade from letting Zaya legally change her name and gender. She's been talking about how she wants Zaya to wait until she's 18. and all this other stuff that I was like, I don't really fuck with that. But, you're the parent. I'm going to leave that alone until she said that the only reason Zaya is trans and the only reason Zaya even wants to have these things done is Dwayne's fault. Like, Dwayne is pressuring her to move forward with all this, and Dwayne told her that he has all these different financial opportunities lined up in all these different places trying to pay them money, and so Zaya needs to be trans and blah, blah, blah. So when I read that, I thought it was bullshit. I left it alone. The very next fucking day, Dwayne Wade released. I mean, it's a beautiful read. It is an absolutely gorgeous takedown of this woman and the shit she said about their kids. So, allow me to read directly from Dwayne Wade's Instagram. Since this must be the new way of parenting, I guess I have to address these allegations here, which is a damn shame. While I'm on a life-changing trip in our motherland, Africa, I've received a social media post about me forcing our 15-year-old child to be someone she's not and to do something against her will. These are serious and harmful allegations that have hurt our children. While none of us are surprised by Siobhan's attempt to fight Zaya's identity and her unwavering attempt to drag my name through the mud, I'm very disappointed that she continuously finds ways of centering herself and her needs without regard to her children. This report came out while Zaya was in class. This is a kid who has maintained a 4.0 GPA in honors classes while navigating all this unsolicited and harmful attention and debates about her gender and sexuality from those who are committed to not listening to her, much less even knowing her. Siobhan tried a similar attempt over a decade ago with equally damaging lies and causing irreparable harm to her children. And 13 lawyers later, I was awarded sole custody of our two kids as an active NBA player. All I wanted was to have my parenting time uninterrupted, as I knew that it would be a very difficult time for our kids to navigate their new normal. So instead of actually trying to co-parent over the years, she's left her home to see more lawyers and has taken the time to talk to more lawyers since I filed for divorce. Then she's left her home to actually see or have truly spoken or listened to Zaya over all these years. I've given her the opportunity to reach out to Zaya's teachers, doctors, and therapists over the years and even meet her friends so that she could get her own understanding of our child's needs for her life. She won't do it. She has not been to a school, recital, graduation, school dance, play date, practice, parent-teacher conference, etc. And Zaya has given her every opportunity to try to get to know her. She won't do it. I'm not going to go through the rest of this because it continues in this same vein, but I will just say it is nothing worse than a deadbeat ass, absentee ass fucking parent, regardless of the gender. For you to decide to abandon your child, to not be there for your kid, to rest in your own ignorance around gender identity, and to let your baby suffer the consequences, and then to turn around and blame the actual active parent for giving a fuck about your child and not forcing them into a life of misery, allowing her to be who she really fucking is. Bitch choke. There's not a single thing you can say to me that would justify treating a child that way. As Dwayne said in his own post, like, you decided to be an absentee parent to this little girl all on your own. Zaya is a child who wants her fucking mother, and you have chosen to not be there.
She's got a great Gabrielle Union. What did she say? She responded to some weak ass shit that was very much like,
girl, womp,
surrounded in like, oh, we're gonna let the court of the law decide and not the court of public opinion. And I may not have been a perfect mother, but I love my kids.
Oh my God. Horrible parents love that line.
And then God this and God that. I'm like, this is so like homophobic, transphobic parent. Deadbeat, distant, absentee parent. Like this, like everything that you're saying, just further.
It's so raggedy.
Emboldens what he was saying, as far as I'm concerned.
Even if, like, you're going to fight him on this in court and the court says, okay, Zaya has to wait till she's 18. What do you really think that's going to change? She's 15 now. That means it's 3 years and counting until this child is old enough to make her own decisions. And then it happens. And then what? Like, you're not stopping anything. You're not going to be able to stop Zaya from being trans. It sounds like you need to pull your fucking head out of your ass and accept that your baby is who she is. And that whole part about like, I was awarded sole custody as a full-time active NBA player, that was a goddamn read. Because girl, who? You know how fucking negligent you have to be to lose sole custody to a nigga whose job it is to be gone from home 7 months out of the year? Child, sometimes the court system get it right. I'm so glad Zaya has the family she has around her, the father she has, the siblings she has, the stepmother she has, the friends, doctors, therapists, support system that she has. I only wish every trans child was as fortunate. But Siobhan,
Exactly.
that was just so, I mean, I saw it last week and I was like, oh, I should say something about this. And I was like, no, I'm not even going to bring attention to it. And then, of course, it turned into all this. And we going to let the court settle this, not the court of public opinion. You brought it to the public. You did this. We would have never known had you not done this. The first thing Dwayne said in that fucking Instagram post was, I guess since you want to bring it to the fucking internet, then we got to address it on the internet. The high road is out of real estate. It ain't no more of that. It ain't no more when they go low, we got go high. It ain't no more space up there. Because you are hurting my child, our child, with your ignorant bullshit. And you don't give a fuck about it. Finally, I just have quick questions for a couple of niggas. I'm going to start with Rihanna. Sister, with all my heart and soul, I don't understand why you invited this white man to be in your program. I don't get it.
Who?
So, if you didn't know, Rihanna invited Johnny Depp to be in the Savage Fenty show.
Oh.
The same Johnny Depp who has been accused of domestic violence and just got out of a very lengthy back and forth court case with his ex around that very topic. And I just don't understand why would you ask him to, like, I don't get it. Johnny Depp is not fine. Johnny Depp is not built like Winston Duke or Cheryl Lee Ralph. Johnny Depp is mired in controversy, mess, bullshit, and drama. So, like, what was the reason? Literally, I do not understand why Rihanna chose to bring this man into her show. I don't get it. And that is not even taking into consideration the fact that she is also someone who has experienced domestic violence. I just don't understand. It's almost like you went out of your way to offer this opportunity to this man who didn't need it. And like, for what? Do you really think this adds value to your brand? Johnny Depp? How? For what reason? I'm legitimately confused about it. I really don't get it. And like, I like Rihanna. I want to support Rihanna, but I don't understand this decision.
Yeah.
Literally for what, girl? And finally, for that light-skinned thumb-looking nigga who decided to bring Megan Thee Stallion into this shit on this new project he has out with 21 Savage. It's called Her Loss. There's a song called Circo Loco. And in the very beginning of the song, he talks about, you know, he been fucking on a French bitch and the way I'm dressing, I've been to 1,000 islands, blah, blah, blah. And then this bitch lie about getting shots, but she's still a stallion. She don't even get the joke, but she's still smiling. First of all, I'm mad because you niggas thought that some of us were just as stupid as you are. And so you tried to be like, oh, well, it's not about Meg, actually. That's actually about any girl who goes to Dr. Miami and other niggas and gets her ass done and blah, blah, blah. Like, you, as I said last week when we were talking about Drake and that fake interview, that fake Howard Stern shit, and saying that he prefers top or whatever, he chooses his words deliberately. This bitch lie about getting shots, but she's still a stallion. And you really, when you sit down with the best of your thinking ability, when you just scrounge up every last drop of common sense you have, you really expect us to believe that that's not about Megan?
I
have not listened to a Drake project all the way through since Scorpion, which I found extremely boring. And it's like every time he puts something out and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to listen to this. Oh, okay, I'm going to press play on this. Every single time something about the lyrics comes out that makes me say, never fucking mind. Come for Megan for what? What the fuck did Megan do to you?
Yeah, nothing. It's similar to what we were saying about the baby before. It's like shock and, using the social media nonsense and the way people consume it to, capitalize, basically. I just, for me, I'm not shocked by any of it. I think that you niggas are gay, like real gay. Because you like actively hate women. Like you go out of your way to hate and be harmful towards women. And at the same time, y'all eat dick on a regular basis as well. Like it's giving homosexual. I don't understand. Like, why did Lil Yachty feel the need to get on Instagram out of who the fuck knows where and try and do a Genius bar, like genius.com bar for bar breakdown and like research study? Oh, it means like shots, like girls who be getting shots, like assless, like he's talking about BBLs, like
girl
shots. Like I swear this nigga said shots like 17 times. None of us, we know how rap works. We know how hip hop works. We know what like double entendre, metaphors, punchline. We know that rap has in many of its lines double meanings. We know it. None of us are new, and it wasn't even that clever of a fucking delivery that any of this is up for discussion. So who are you attempting to gaslight? Furthermore, get off that man's dick, bro. Like, why the fuck are you on Instagram Live eating full cock for this man's fucking, like, we know what the fuck is going on. You niggas are gay. Like, this shit is weird. The whole rollout, Drake's entire musical journey of this year has given me DL. DL, like the journey of a DL man. And I'm not saying that he is DL. Follow me. Like, I'm not saying that he's on the DL. It's giving me like sonically and creatively. It's like you dropped this fucking warehouse gay rave fucking circuit party album.
Right. Did.
Right. So like I've been down listening to the beats in my harness. I'm on
I completely forgot about that album.
XLMNOP. I'm wilding. I'm getting my entire life. I'm dipping. I'm butt naked. I'm taking shots out of the bottle from some incredibly hairy white man. I'm getting absolutely loose in the dark rooms. I'm getting my motherfucking fag life down at the Gymboree. Do you understand me? And then the end of that album into this new album gives me the party is over. I've left. The sunlight has hit my eyes, and so has reality. Yeah. And I have now come back to the realization I have to go back into my actual life, double life I've been living, and now I feel icky. I need to shower. I don't know how I feel about myself. So I'm going to overcompensate by being just incredibly toxic to everybody, especially women and men, whoever the fuck. I'm just going to pull my dick out, similar to the way that I had done for the past 8 to 9 hours in this circuit party. I'm going to pull my dick out. I'm going to be the most aggressive, toxic, like provoking, antagonistic nigga ever. That way nobody could possibly think that I was getting my gay on down at the clubhouse, because I'm a real nigga. Like, I talk about bitches. I talk about money. I talk about niggas that can't fuck with me. Like, it really is like if he were to come out like the top of next year, wherever this whole shit is over, and was like, I really wanted to tap into like the story of like the DL man and like that journey, but through music, I might be like, girl, art house.
Yep.
Like, because that's what this is giving me. Like, everything about this is giving me like the tale of a DL. I'm over it. I don't know why y'all need to have that lady name in your mouth or be playing games with her. It's especially disgusting that you would do it, have numerous ears hear it, release it anyway, and then you other niggas will argue over whether or not it is okay, excusable, or whatever. Takeoff's funeral ain't even start yet. Like, I think they just made the arrangements for that man's funeral. Like, the amount of niggas, like Mark Lamont Hill and one of these niggas said something about like, oh, Drake would have never said this if it was a guy. The reaction would have never been the same if it was like a man who was shot or whatever. We know that. We know that. But the fact that Takeoff was literally just murdered by gun violence. Takeoff is also someone that, as him and his other group members were, as far as I know, very, very close to Drake.
Right.
And yet there's still no like thought or consideration or care. It's just not mathing to me, and I don't care no more. At this point, you niggas are all you got. I don't really have no faith in you or, you know, desire to see any sort of progress in your lives. Y'all really don't even give a fuck. And the fact that a lot of you degular ass, fucking knee scraping ass bitches that these motherfuckers would never even spit on if you were in flames are out here eating up balls over these motherfuckers just having fun and poking fun at someone who was traumatized by violence that was brought against her by this nigga's homeboy or co-Torontonian or whoever the fuck. Like, all y'all bitches are weird. All you motherfuckers are weird. Why are you coming for Serena Williams' husband? Like, what the fuck? Someone made an excellent and incredibly spot on point to that, which I don't think that there's anything more that can be said, anything better to be said, which is Drake's baby mama is an actual groupie.
Oh, well, God damn it.
Alexis's baby mama is Serena fucking Williams.
God
Leave that
damn
man
it.
alone. Like, don't say nothing else to him. Like, why are we...
You wish.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
You
like, don't talk
literally
to him.
wish. You had a baby with an actual white groupie. Just some hoe. And then hid that child. And I don't remember nothing this angry, violent, graphic for the nigga who exposed you. I remember Diddy smacked the shit out you. I didn't hear nothing about that shit either. Perhaps I missed it. Maybe I missed it. But it seems to me you have a whole lot of smoke for Megan. And again, it brings me back to what the fuck did she do to you? What the fuck did Serena do to you other than move on and marry somebody who actually values her?
That lady has been a married mom for like years now.
Did you see
What
Alexis?
the fuck are you?
Did you see Alexis' response?
Yes.
Where he was like, I damn
Unbothered
sure
as
am.
I assumed he would
damn
be.
sure am a groupie for my wife, Serena goddamn Williams, the greatest athlete to ever exist. I
First
sure
of
the
all-
fuck am a groupie like the rest of the planet, you stupid bitch.
I am a wealthy legend.
All on my own.
and
You heard of Reddit,
already
bitch?
was.
Have you heard of Reddit, bitch?
My wife is the baddest and the best
It
athlete to ever athletic.
Doesn't get better than her.
Stop talking to her. Like, you don't like.
I surely am
but-
a groupie. I surely am. For Serena fucking Williams. Meanwhile, you
Try it
nutting
out.
anybody that shows up. Girl,
I was like, well, girl,
I
don't feel
could
like there's
not
anything else
believe
to say
it. I
about
could
this.
not believe it. And as far as all that fake shit, all that fake promo you did, like that Howard Stern interview was fake. That Vogue magazine promotion that you did was fake. And then it came out
They're
today
getting
that
sued
Condé
behind that.
Nast is suing them behind it. And it's exactly what the fuck you deserve. And the thing about it is, like, so many people fake Vogue shoots. So many people use that Vogue typeface and like do this sort of thing. And
Filter.
normally they leave it alone. Because whatever, like, obviously some regular ass bitch from the middle of Oklahoma is not on the cover of Vogue. But you and 21 Savage posting this that looks real, and then you in your caption adding the fucking magazine and talking about we're on newsstands tomorrow. Thanks, Anna, for the love and support in this historic moment. They were like, now wait a goddamn minute.
They got actual ones printed.
Like,
they got actual magazines.
What made you
like fake ones?
What made you think that Condé Nast was not going to protect their extremely valuable, legendary brand against you niggas? Especially when you own that bitch talking shit about legendary Black women whose pussies you would be incredibly privileged to even sniff. You would be lucky to be in the same room as Serena Williams. It's a miracle that she ever even spoke to you. For you to be disrespecting that woman like that, like she has not outperformed you in every goddamn way.
Oof.
For you to be coming at Megan out of nowhere, you got Dr. Miami making TikToks talking about your fucking liposuction and shit. Like, you really fucked up now. You really fucked up now.
Shady.
It has. But like, also, Megan don't be doing nothing to you niggas. She be rapping
don't get
and
it.
being fine, eating hot Cheetos, being ghetto on Instagram, taking sexy ass pictures with her niggas. She don't do nothing to y'all. Y'all be coming at her because she had the audacity to talk about what happened to her and to be real about it. And when Black women are the reason you even have a career in the first place, these are some extremely questionable choices to make. Nah, Drake got me fucked up. Yes, there are a lot of Drake songs I like. Yes, I've been a Drake fan in the past, but this is bullshit. Period. It ain't no other way around it. You can call out your fucking faves when they are dead ass the fuck wrong, and this is wrong. Megan didn't deserve it. Serena didn't deserve it. Apologize to Olympia. That's it for me. That's it for me. I'm done.
I'm done too.
All right. Well, once again, this segment of The Read was sponsored by Illuminating Intersectionality, a new 3-part video series brought to you by Target's Black Beyond Measure platform and hosted by Hey Friend, Hey, Chef Jade of all Jades, and Dr. Tykeia Robinson. Go check out Illuminating Intersectionality on the Loudspeakers Network's YouTube page now. And that's going to wrap up the show. Find us on social media at This Is The Read. Our website is thisistheread.com. You can find our merch over at shoptheread.com. And yeah, I think that's it for me. Any other announcements from you this week before we head out?
Not a single thing. God bless y'all. Stay safe. God, I hope you voted. And that's it.
All right, y'all. Take care of yourselves. We'll see y'all next week.